I'm someone who dot dot dot. Welcome to this edition of Tuesday Talks with Twyla. Today I want to give you this little cheat code on how you can create something different for your life in a way that I have found to be very fast and easy. So, how do you define yourself? And I don't mean like broadly, like if you just had to define everything about you, but in certain areas. Are there areas that you wish you were different? Here's an example. So for me, I have always been not a morning person. I was one that would hit snooze. I would push it until I better get up now or there's no way. And I was always running late. I never had enough time to get ready. And then the mornings were chaotic. It was full of chaos. It was full of, I'm running late. And then of course everything goes wrong. And then of course the kids won't get up and then they're not doing what they need to be doing. Or I thought I heard them get up and then, oh my gosh, they didn't. And now we're all running late. And then I'm more irritated because they're running late when it all started because I am, right? That's how I've been my whole life. Even when I was in high school, I would hit snooze as many times as, my mom would always have to make sure I was up. Like that's just what I've always done. And when I got to college, my last year, I had an 8 o'clock accounting class, and it was one of my advanced accounting classes I didn't want to miss. And it was important. I had to have that in order to graduate. 8 o'clock class. I had my mom call me. It was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My mom called me to make sure I was up every morning at 7:30. Probably not. Maybe she called at 7:40. I don't know. I mean, that's probably what I would have told her. I need you to call me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:40. So I have time to get up and out the door, by 7:50 to be in class by 8 o'clock. That was my fail safe, right? Because I wasn't someone who got up before her alarm, woke up with, energy and excitement to start the day. I wasn't someone that could be relied on to be on time, to be up and ready and had plenty of time in the morning and no, but I am now. And that's how I created it. I decided I am someone who loves the morning. I wake up before my alarm goes off and I start my day with energy and excitement. And creating that result for myself has been so refreshing, so exciting, so awesome. And that's all I did. And when I decided that changing the belief can be fast and easy, and so I did, that was my result. It was fast and easy. I decided I am someone who I'm a morning person. I enjoy the morning. I wake up before my alarm goes off. I start my day with energy and excitement. And that's what I've experienced since I made that decision. Now, I just recently had this last week where it was a little more of a struggle. And I noticed I hadn't been thinking that thought as intentionally. And my old patterns creeped back in. So this work isn't, when I say it's fast and easy, I implemented the change quickly. I experienced the new transformation right away. But I had a little backslide. I had the old pattern show back up again. And I just told myself, nothing's gone wrong here. I haven't failed. I haven't oh, this doesn't work. See, I thought it worked for a while and now obviously it doesn't. Nope. I just was oh, isn't that interesting how those old patterns creeped right back in where I was tired and I didn't want to get up. No, I don't want to think that. I'm someone who wakes up before her alarm goes off. I'm someone who loves to be a morning person. I wake up with excitement and energy to start the day. That's who I am now. I'm not like that anymore. And I've changed that for myself. So what is that for you? That was the second thing I used it for. The first thing was procrastination. So, and I had the exact same thing happen where I kind of had a little backslide. So I decided that I am someone who takes action and gets things done well ahead of time. I'm not someone who saves everything for the last minute. I'm not someone who is frantic and chaotic and procrastinating and not getting things done. I'm someone who, and I defined it for myself, I'm someone who is an action taker and gets things done early and ahead of time. They're always done on time, always done early. I'm someone who, what do you want that to be for yourself? And you just get to decide. That's what's been so fun about this. I decided what it was, and I got the idea from my coach that talked about procrastination. If you're telling yourself you're a procrastinator, If you follow me at all, you know that your thoughts create your results. If I tell myself I'm a procrastinator, guess what? I'm a procrastinator. I'm creating that result for myself. I don't want to be a procrastinator. I don't want to be tired every morning. I want to be someone who, and I defined it for myself. I decided what it was instead. I decided it would be fast and easy to make the change, and it was because I decided I am someone different. I am someone who. What is that for you? You get to pick. You get to decide whatever it is. What would people typically say about you? What do you want it to be? I didn't want to be a procrastinator. I didn't want to be someone who was always late. I didn't want to be someone who was tired every morning. What is that? You get to just decide. Change the thought and belief for yourself, and it can be fast and easy, and you can experience something totally different. In both of these cases, this has been a completely different experience for my life. Now, I had a little backslide. I just noticed, oh, isn't that interesting? I hadn't been thinking that as regularly. And I don't like sit down and write it out 100 times. I am someone who wakes up before her alarm. I didn't do that. I just reminded myself throughout the day. When I was setting my alarm for the next day, or I was looking at my day, planning out what it was going to be like, that was the thought I would think. I am someone who wakes up before her alarm goes off. So at night when I would set my alarm, I'd be like, and I'll wake up before it goes off. And I'll be energized and excited to start my day because I'm a morning person. I love the mornings. I'm someone who loves getting up early in the morning. My alarm goes off at 5:20. Some people are like, I know if you would have said that to me 10 years ago, I'd be like, 5:20 is the middle of the night. No, 5:20 is when I start my day. I love it, right? I work out at 5:30 till 6. I get to have coffee from 6 to 7 with my husband. He goes to work at 7. And then I'm starting my day. I've already had like all this stuff. Sometimes I go for a walk and sometimes I get to do some other stuff. Like I have all this stuff done. And yeah, I have to go to bed early, but that's okay. What's happening at 9, 10 o'clock at night anyways, right? Nothing. Might as well be sleeping so I can start my day in the morning when it's like peaceful and the sun is coming up, the birds are chirping. It's just such a tranquil, quiet, peaceful part of the day. I don't want to miss that. I don't want to sleep through that. I want to enjoy that. I want to experience that. So I decided I'm a person who experiences that every day. And I do. I just get to decide. Now I do. Just me? Because I'm special? No. All of us. It's our human design. It's how our bodies are created. It's our human. That's how it functions. So you get to do this too. You get to decide what that is for you. I am someone who, define it for yourself. You decide. The belief change can be fast and easy, and you can do it and experience it right away. Like I think I started thinking that thought in the very next morning. I was awake before my alarm went off. I decided it's going to be fast and easy. I'm changing this belief. I am someone who I am. Not I'm going to be, not I'm becoming, not I'm changing. I am. I already am. I am a person who, and I was, right? I was awake before my alarm went off. I decided it was true, and it was. Because our thoughts and beliefs create our results. There's a direct correlation. So when I wasn't having that result, what was the thought I was thinking? It was in alignment with that result I had. The result I want is I am someone who wakes up before her alarm goes off. I am someone who is a morning person. I created that because that's what I wanted. My thoughts were in alignment with my result. Just like that. That's how it's created. Just that easy, just that fast. You get to decide. So what is it for you? What is it that you want to create? What result do you want to have in your life? What do you want to complete that sentence with? I am someone who, ... What is it for you? I'm still a work in progress. I have more to change. I'm so excited for the other things that I'm changing. I mean, I thought this was like, I didn't think that waking up early was an easy thing because forever, my mom had to get me out of bed in high school. She had to make sure that I was up, right? Like there was always, that was my history there. So I didn't have the experience to say, well, I wasn't always that way, right? I was always a person that did not get up in the morning, and I changed it. I didn't think it was something that would be easily changed because I thought it was just who I was. And when I heard my coach say, no, you can change that, I'm like, well, then let's change it. I want to be. What is your want? What is your desire? My desire is to enjoy that morning part of the day, to experience that peaceful, tranquil part of the day, to feel like I've maximized my time during the day. And that's a beautiful time of the day to enjoy. I tapped into my desire. That's what I wanted. That's what I decided. That's what I created. Just like that, you get to decide, what is it that you want? How do you want that to be? How do you want your life experience to be? You decide, you answer, you fill in the blank. I am someone who. What is that for you? What is your want or desire? And then create it. Changing the belief is fast and easy. You just decide, I am someone who wakes up before her alarm, that is a morning person, that wakes up and starts her day with energy and excitement. I am someone who, and I am now. Just like that, just overnight, I am. What are you and what do you want to be? You get to decide. I'd love to know. You can tell me. I won't share with anyone. And let me know what comes up for you. I'm so excited about this. How fast and easy can it be for you? I am someone who. What is it for you? You decide. See you next week.